So, in terms of regards to these new banners here for part 2 of the anniversary, obviously both of these, straight off the bat, do have triple Z power, which obviously these part 1 banners did have. As you can see, they've gone down to double Z power, so these banners are still good, by the way, obviously, but not as good as these ones now, right? But the good thing, well, one thing I do want to mention straight off the bat as well, is, as you can see here, so these end on the 9th of next month, right? Well, it doesn't end, right? So basically, after the 9th of next month, this will go back to just double Z power, right? So it's still not a bad thing, you know? But the thing that I want to mention before we fully look into these banners is if you do want to save for part 3, because obviously the Ultra is typically the hypest part of the anniversary, and typically, usually the best unit. Well, sometimes. Usually it is. So I can see a lot of people wanting to save for part 3, which is fair enough, but I do want to mention, it probably is worth summoning for these units now, just because the triple Z power is such a huge deal, right? But now we got that out of the way, let's have a look at these banners, right? So look at Goku's banner first. Now, I haven't really fully looked into their kits just yet. I've gone through like a quick run through, and I would say probably Goku is looking probably better than Vegeta. Typically the case. I don't know where I'd rank him just yet, obviously. I haven't tested him out, stuff like that, but I'll say he's definitely an incredible unit to summon for regardless. Him and Vegeta, right? They're both incredible units to summon for. But how I usually judge the banners is the other featured units, right? Now, what I've noticed is it's pretty much the same as the Part 1 banners, except a little bit different, right? So we've got the Super Saiyan Goku, which obviously he's still fairly new, I would say. He's a pretty good unit. Not many people have him, so I don't really use him that much either. He's fairly mid, I would say. He can be good, but at the moment I say he's mid. But maybe it's because I got mine at low stars, or now I got him a bit higher now. But he is pretty good. I actually do really like his artwork. So I'm gonna say he's good for this case. Goku and Bardock obviously fallen off a fair bit. This Goku's fallen off. Vegeta, he was on the other banner, but he's fallen off a bit as well. Goku, don't need to talk about him. Gotenks is still a pretty good unit if you got run a fusion team. So he's a good unit. But as you can sort of see, if you've noticed, these units are pretty much similar, basically the same as part 1. This Goku can be good as well. Tien and Chaozu are pretty good for banner unit as well. Actually, let me just quickly check the part 1 banner. Because I think pretty much the only difference is, I think, God Goku. Is that the only difference? And Goku and Frieza. So there's a few changes up until this point forward, and it's pretty much the same, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I probably should check this before. So let's go on the Z power list real quick. Are they on here instead? Yeah, so God Goku is on the he's on the unfeatured LFs. So I'm assuming the rest here as well. So Rev UI should be here. Yeah, Rev UI and Goku Frieza. So it's pretty much the same as part 1 banner for Goku, except a little bit better. Because you got this Goku here, which wasn't. Let me go back again. I don't think he was on the Z power list here. I should have checked this before, but no, so he wasn't on there. So he is new. Right, so that does make this banner definitely a bit better. So looking at that, this banner itself with all these units here, I was going to Z power list a bit easier. Most of these units are still runnable, right? Like I said, that Goku there is runnable. The new one, obviously. Vegeta, maybe. Gotenks, probably. Broly, maybe not. There's still units here. God Goku can use. There's still a lot of usable units on here. Obviously, you're trying to aim for the new Goku, right? But the only problem is, as well, with this Goku and that and Vegeta, you want to try and farm a lot of equipments as well. That's probably the only downside. Where, Torment of Power, for example, you most likely got a fair bit of equipments for these guys, right? So it does make it a bit easier to summon on. But getting equipments isn't too hard, especially with equipment bonanza up. So I might do a video talking about best equipments to get as well. I'll probably do that on the weekend. But yeah, Goku's banner is definitely a must summon. I would say, well, I'm going to say it's a summon or skip, but it's up to you, right? Because I can fully see the reason why people want to skip this banner and save a part 3, right? I fully understand that. But then, if you want to summon, go right ahead. There's no... I don't see any downside to summoning on this now. Even if you chucked a few multis on both these banners, 2 in each multi, you're still going to have a fair bit of CC coming up towards part 3, right? So, I would probably check a few multis on both of these. But it's definitely up to you. We'll have a look at Vegeta's banner. I don't think much has changed of Vegeta's banner. Like I said, Vegeta's definitely a very good unit. Same as Goku, but I think Vegeta's a little bit worse than Goku. This Goku can be okay. Mega Shenron, meh. Fairly mid. Nappa, mid. He could get a Zenkai though. I think he's the only one I can see getting a Zenkai, and the rest are pretty much the same. Let me quickly check. I know this is probably talking about a different video now, but I'm going to quickly see if I could actually Zenkai him or not. But I guess not. It's actually not. It's not a different video because we're talking about if you should summon or not. Let's go Saiyan Saga real quick. What units we got here, like LF wise? It's just him, isn't it? Yes, he's the only LF they could do if it's an LF Zenkai. If not, it's just like a random Zenkai. Yeah, this is just a random video, but yeah, no, we won't worry about it. But yeah, if Nappa does get a Zenkai, which, like I said, if it's going to be an LF, like LF Zenkai for this anniversary, for part 2, it has to be Nappa sort of thing, right? Just because he's the only one for, yeah, Saiyan Saga. So if that's the case, that probably does make Vegeta's banner slightly better, depending on how good they make his Zenkai, if he gets one. But they're both incredible banners, so it doesn't really matter which one you summon for. Like I said, I probably would go for Goku's on more, just because for me, I think he's slightly better. But I have to see him in game, sort of thing. But I think at the moment, Goku's banner is definitely a lot better to summon on. But yeah, that's going to be today's video, guys. If you guys need any more help or stuff like that, or any more questions, leave a comment down below. And yeah, if you guys like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one.